I want to move on to your post you made today about the AI data centers that are popping up all around the country. I think I have a pretty good idea how you feel about them, but I
Yeah.
want to hear it from you. Kind of what is your take on all these centers just kind of popping up everywhere all of a sudden?
Yeah, I so again, this is about listening to Alabamians and from Birmingham to Lowndes County and other parts of the state where there are data centers that are in the works or maybe coming up. I hear the same concerns, and it's from white residents, black residents, people that are proudly Democrat, people that are proudly Republican, and they're very concerned about some of the same things. One, the impact on electricity, whether it means their rates are going to go up, whether it means that there won't be enough electricity and there are rolling blackouts. They're concerned about the impact on water, particularly clean drinking water and bathing water. For farmers, like I was in Lowndes County 2 nights ago, and people there with farmland and livestock, I mean, they're worried about if it can harm their animals and can really have some pretty damaging consequences. People are concerned about noise pollution, so they're that are living in rural areas because they like where it's quiet. So I'm not against data centers, categorically, but what I am against is having these move at such a rapid pace where the public doesn't feel that they have sufficient input, and there's a lot of or a lack of transparency around this. So the reason I've called for a moratorium is that would allow, certainly on a city and county level, for them to take a step back and hear more from the public, but also then allow time on the state level to put in place a more what I call rigorous review process that isn't intended to stop every single data center, but certainly to have very strong standards to say that if this may hurt people's health or their quality of life, that there have to be guardrails in place, and people need to have more of a say in it, even to the point where I've heard from residents that want to have a straight up up or down vote in their counties, and that may be the way to go.
When it comes to these data centers upping the electricity bills for some people, how would you feel if maybe this is the wrong term for it, but let's say a data center is constructed and the electricity bills of everyone around it goes up. If the government almost gave kind of like a tax break or a stimulus to kind of pad the increased electricity bills, how would you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, look, anything that will help people pay their power bills is better than nothing. But if their prices are going up and then the government is going to subsidize it, that almost creates an incentive, or could create an incentive for utility companies to try to just raise their rates more. So I would be wary of that. But if rates are going to go up, ultimately, if there's something that's going to help people offset that, I mean, I that would be better than nothing. But I think the better way to do it is as, and the state has taken some steps in this to require the companies to pay for all of the rising costs or the costs of the electricity. But that also then comes down to things like the Public Service Commission and having people on there that really are going to put residents first and say that if there is a increase or it is impacting them adversely, that there will be measures put in place.